looks bleak unless I can gain control of my emotions. If I have any unexpected expenses, I am in trouble like a major car repair. Please send me positivity, prayers, or whatever you can. I need to change. Story 8. That fitness obsession had me underweight, constantly checking my abs and tracking my food intake. I felt extremely tired. I looked like a fitness influencer but was miserable. Now I enjoy steak and schnitzel. I gained about 10 kilograms, am at a normal weight, and eat as much as I want while working out 1 to 2 times a week. Story 9. Not learning how to approach someone I am interested in. Not learning how to exit a relationship I am no longer interested in. Story 10. Staying home instead of going to college. My mother wasn't doing well, and I let my aunt persuade me to stay for 1 more year. I lost my half scholarship for Ball State University. I loved my mother, but since she passed away, it feels like all that time was just a waste of effort. I took care of her from the time I was 18 to 29. Story 11. Having a child with a difficult partner is the worst mistake you can make in life, and there is no escaping it either. Story 12. Staying with the person who cheated on me, not choosing my career wisely at 18, and sharing my savings with my dad. Story 13. I committed felony assault due to my anger and lost my football scholarships. I was a 4-star recruit in 2014 and had 21 Division I offers. Although I was found not guilty, I ended up walking on to the local Division II school to attend anger management and meet with my probation officer. I was able to get it expunged from my record. I started 4 of 5 seasons in college and was picked up for a rookie minicamp in the National Football League. However, if I had not done that and had gone to the school I initially intended to attend, who knows what my life would have been. Story 14. For trusting people easily, I shared my story, which they used against me as a weapon to destroy my reputation in front of those who respect me. However, I am happy that they showed their true colors. Those who chose someone else over me trusted someone who didn't value my efforts or honesty. Story 15. Neglecting my dental care when I was younger has led to significant consequences. My dentist now informs me that half of my teeth require crowns due to the numerous old fillings. I am essentially facing the repercussions for every time I skipped flossing and brushing. Story 16. I started my life as a passive person. I have worked on being more assertive over the years, but it is only recently that I have consistently stood up for myself. I wish I hadn't waited over a decade into adulthood to start. Story 17. I put a lot of energy into relationships that were very one-sided. I know better now and focus my energy on friendships that provide me with love and support. I was happy to notice that my self-esteem has increased significantly. Story 18. I have been dishonest with everyone, including myself, for years. I have also committed serious wrongs against some family members and have cared too much about everything. I constantly correct others on social media for using poor language and grammar. I regret some of my hobbies as a male teenager with interests typically associated with older generations. While most people are supportive, some insist on reinforcing gender stereotypes. I enjoy crocheting and knitting, and I wish people would accept that. Story 19. I waited a long time to have my first child. I wanted to wait until I felt ready, but I never felt that way. I could have spent more years with my little buddy if I had just taken the leap. Also, going to college felt like a waste of time and money for me. Story 20. I wish I had taken more chances when I was young. I regret making so many sensible choices. It feels like my life is on a predetermined track without any choice. I made decisions that I thought were correct instead of those that would make me happy. And now I see no way to live the life I want without demolishing everything and starting over, which is difficult when I have significant debt and no direction or connections. At least I have a healthy relationship that makes me happy. At this point, I feel that my career and everything that has led me here have been so soulless and bland that I can at least apply myself to succeed, even if I dislike what I do, in order to support my partner and see her follow her dreams. I am genuinely excited for every achievement she makes, and I take comfort in being part of that. Story 21. I worry about unimportant things and feel unhappy with my current situation while dwelling on the past. Recent devastating events in my life have made me realize that all the worries I held for the past 10 to 15 years seem insignificant, as if I have wasted a large portion of my life. It felt like I was merely existing, not truly enjoying life, like a robot on autopilot. Story 22. I did not receive the mental health support I desperately needed while in college. At a small school, everyone witnessed my struggles in real time. I didn't know how to ask for help, and no one offered assistance. I was close to a breaking point. Additionally, I missed out on many great opportunities my college provided. My parents eventually allowed me to come home. I felt broken for many years afterward. Now, at 54, I still feel the effects. Story 23. I regret choosing the harder school when I was 12 years old. I became depressed and never figured out what to do with my life. I regret moving closer to my family and taking a job with my brother-in-law. I wasted wasted 2 years, and my mental health worsened significantly. I regret not spending more time with my dog. I loved her and wish I had been a better pet owner. I gave her everything I could, but I wish I had tried harder and could have given her more. During the darkest days, I sometimes regret being born or consider the final option. However, let's not dwell on that. It could always be worse. Story 24. Working too much right out of high school, I had options to travel with friends but never took those trips. Now that I am older with a family, a mortgage, and bills, it is much harder to explore the world. Story 25. I always thought I was choosing my battles and saving my energy by taking the high road. Then I looked back and realized I never actually stood behind my opinion. I wasn't choosing my battles. I was lying down and accepting things because I was scared of losing relationships that ultimately ended anyway. Stand up for yourself even if it seems foolish. If you say nothing, you'll regret it more than if you speak up. Story 26. Not taking a gap year after high school. I dislike college, to be honest, though I understand how important it is. I just wish I knew exactly where my passions lie,